Okay, hi everyone. My name is Faizan. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the idea of marketing management. So, in the course that we're going to learn in business studies, there is a topic. So, one of the topics that you will encounter in this subject will be marketing management. I think firstly, the basic terms like what is a market, what is a customer. Okay, so these are some of the ideas that one must understand, and then you can proceed further into understanding more depth about marketing management. So let's first start with what really is a customer. Okay. So if I talk about customers, there is an exchange of goods and services that take place. Suppose you go and buy something in the market. What you're doing is you're paying money. Okay, you're paying money in exchange of whatever. If you're purchasing something like a book, so you get a book in exchange of money. So what you essentially do is you get a book in exchange of money. So now this money that you paid was paid to a small business or a, let's take the example of a small business. So the shop, the stationery shop, the book stall that you went to purchase this book will be classified as a small business. Now, what are you essentially doing? You are paying that business money in exchange of buying a book. Okay. So one of my favorite author is Robin Sharma. So I mean I'm just deviating, but anyway. So this transaction that has been done with the business owner or the business that you're talking about, in this case bookstall, you are a customer to them. Okay. For that business, the customer is the one who pays money in exchange of the products that the business has to offer. So the business had a product which is nothing but books, and you are basically a customer. So that is the first idea. That is the first idea about what a customer is. Okay. So anyone who pays money, anyone who basically pays some money to a small business in exchange of a product or service, that will be a, that will basically be a business. Sorry, customer. Now, the other term that we're going to talk about is market. Okay. Now, what do you mean by market? When I talk about market, essentially what I'm trying to tell you is that let's say in the case of books, okay, if you are talking about the market for books, we can talk about a city level market. So let's say in Bangalore, let's say in Bangalore, there are so many offline bookshops, and you can also purchase books through Amazon. So all of that larger set of people who are into the business of books, into selling books, and as well as the customers like us who are paying for that product, will be a part of market. There is often this term, if you have heard, that is, what is the market of this product, right? What it means is that how many customers do you think are in basically want such a product? So when I say a market, it will be the price per unit, okay? Price per unit into the number of customers. So this will define the market of a particular product. It is the price per unit into the number of customers. Now, another terminology that you will often hear in marketing management will be that what is, I think you also heard here about price. I think price is a slightly higher topic, so I'll not go into that for now. But you will certainly see that in marketing management, the two most important terms are what is the customer and what is a market. Okay. So I'll just wait a minute, 30 seconds for you to process these two terms, and then we'll move ahead. Okay, one of the very basic questions that you might have is, we are trying to pay, but how do we know that there are so many customers who are willing to buy? So this will take me to the idea about what is a need and what is a want. So what is a need and what is a want? So need, and just let me use, need and want. Now, when I talk about want, a want will basically be the desire for a particular product. It has to be satisfier specific. Okay, satisfier specific. But needs would be all the basic requirements. So we all have needs of food, shelter, and so on. Okay. Then you will come across this term called demand, which is very useful term. This will be willingness to buy, but also having the money to buy. Okay. And this term called utility. Now, when I talk about market, one of the more essential ideas would be, so if I talk about market, what is the thing that you're going to sell? Okay. Or basically, what is the product? So when I talk about product, a product will basically be defined as, so if I talk about product, a product will basically be defined as all the bundle of utility, which is not confined to basically physical products, but can be anything of value. So it can be a service, it can be an idea, it can be a place, anything that is basically satisfying your want. This has to satisfy a want or a need. Okay. It is a bundle. It is, of course, a utility thing. Why? Because it is satisfying a need or a want. So it can be tangible, it may be tangible, or it may not be tangible. So, what is the example of something not be tangible? I think if you're going to a classroom and you are trying to be listening to a teacher who is teaching you, that is an example of something which is not tangible. Okay. All right. Now, this, when you understand this idea, then you need to understand this term called marketeers. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of marketeers? So, anyone who will take an active role in the process of this exchange of goods and services will be a marketeer. So, if you talk about the small things, small business owners or anyone, let's say sellers, we can call them. Sellers will basically be the one who are selling the products. And these sellers will also play the role of marketeer. Why? Because they are the ones who are providing you the satisfaction of your need. Essentially, they are the ones who are making available, right, the products or the services to the customers. Okay. Now, within marketeers also, you can have two brackets. You can have a goods marketeer, okay, or you can have a service marketeer. What is a good marketeer and what is service marketer? Let's see. As the name suggests, anything that is let's say a tangible thing which is a good, like a soap or shampoo, etc. And the person is involved in such activities as satisfying the needs of customers, you are a goods marketeer. But in case of service marketeer, again, it could be, let's say, aviation company, airlines, right? You are selling, you are in that, you are a marketer in that. It will be a service marketeer. Okay. If you are going to, let's say, places, for example, let's say you're going to a tourist place, okay, those marketing experiences will also be classified under this. Okay, we'll move to the last leg of this terms that we're discussing. Now, the other term that you need to know is marketing activities. And I think we can finish it here. So we have basically a number of terms we have seen. We have seen what is a customer, And then we basically saw that, okay, what is a market? Now you will hopefully relate more to the idea of market after knowing all these terms. We understood the idea about being a marketeer or a seller. Okay, the one who is satisfying the wants of the customers. That is a seller. So these are the three basic terms that we have seen. Now, as what is a marketing activity? Any activity that a seller is involved in or marketer is involved in, which has the purpose that it wants to be it wants that uh, most customers are aware, okay, and not just aware, but also not just aware, but it helps in the exchange of goods that the marketer is trying to sell. So it can be this is just a definition. When you dig deep, when you understand more on marketing activities, you will see a number of things. But essentially, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to facilitate the exchange of goods and services between from the producer and from to the customer, right? So all those activities will be classified in the marketing activities. Okay, just quickly summarize what we have seen so far in this chapter. We saw the different terms starting with customers. The customer is very important because customer will pay money to get access to a product or a service. A market has to have a seller and a customer. You can estimate the market size, but that is again, we'll not go into that for now. And a marketeer or a seller will basically be involved in marketing activities. So it could be selling goods or it could be in selling services. So depending upon which marketing activity you are involved in, uh, that will be it. But remember that we are trying to satisfy the wants of the customer. Okay. Because if they have a want, then they are willing to pay, which is demand basically. And demand is essential for you to start a business. Okay, so I hope you liked these three terms that we discussed. I think I will just close this here.